what's going on today, SGS Production? I got a special guest, RicoCountUp. How you doing, big dog?
What up, though, man? You feel me? Chilling, man. Moving and grooving, you feel me?
Okay. Can you tell the people where you was born and raised?
Shit, I was born and raised in Toledo, Ohio. You feel me? Born and raised.
How was it growing up? What was the obstacles you went through growing up in Toledo, Ohio?
I mean, growing up in Toledo, Ohio, honestly, man, the only obstacles I really had was, shit, growing up around, for me growing up, man, as a kid was like, shit, just getting money, being around the right circle, to be honest with you, for real.
All right, what were some of the ways that you could say you was getting money?
Shit, I ain't gonna cap. I started off as a kid, man, selling candy, but I always been a hustler, man, you feel me? Born and raised, you feel me? So anything I get my hands on, I can flip that, you know. I'm gonna make profit, you feel me?
So how was it? So you saying you get all this money? You was getting this type of money in high school, like selling candy and stuff?
Yeah, from elementary. I started off elementary, man, selling Kool-Aid singles, man.
Word up.
You feel me? Like I started off real small, like, you know, but it was all about a hustle, man. Like, shit, you feel me? Kool-Aid singles, then it upgraded to the candy. And then, you feel me, every year I advanced, you feel me? I always wanted to pick up something different.
Word up. So you had your little own entrepreneur of selling your candy and doing what you need to do.
Oh yeah, most definitely. Always had that for sure.
For sure. So how was it growing up like as a kid in Toledo?
As a kid in Toledo, my background, man, me growing up, I really ain't had no bad, you feel me, no experience growing up as a kid. It's just like, you know, mom, dad live together, you know what I mean, family type, you know. But it's just like, you know, you grow up as a kid though, you know, young age, you know, you don't know no better for real what's really going on in the world. And then as you get older, you start to realize, you know what I'm saying, what's really going on, and you gotta adapt, you know.
Word up. Can you tell me like what was like one of the craziest like situations you been in Toledo? Like you had to jet out, run, some shit like just some off the wall, like that you done witnessed or seen some shit.
In Toledo?
Yeah.
I wouldn't say in Toledo, more like Cincinnati, like, cause you know, I really was like, I was back and forth, you know what I mean, from Cincinnati to Toledo, back and forth, like I said. So I mean, crazy shit just growing up. I mean, motherfuckers getting shot, getting robbed, you know, shit, prostitution, all type, man, just like drug sales, you feel me? You know, daylight, you know, all type of shit, man. Just like you growing up in them environments and you being around it, you know what I mean? So it's just like you low-key immune to that shit, you know what I mean?
Yeah, so we gonna get back to that, but how was it growing up in Cincinnati then? Like when you was growing up there?
Honestly, man, growing up in Cincinnati, it was just like, shit, that shit made me who I am today, like as a man, like just having no father figure at the moment in time, like moving with my mom. I ain't had no father figure for real, so it was just like you gotta learn from older men. You learn from older men. I'll just say that older people around me, like my barber B, you feel me? Like I learned game from him always. Like, you know what I'm saying? He had me under his wing though for sure. But like mostly older men, like OGs and all, they really took me under their wing though. You feel me? Showed me game for real.
Word up, that's what's up. So then you came back to Toledo?
Yeah. I came back to Toledo, like high school. And then, like, I stayed here for like a year. Then I went right back to Cincinnati. So it was just like, I moved with my dad. And that situation ain't go, you know what I'm saying, ain't go too swell. But I just learned, you feel me, being around, like I said, being around men and moving back with my dad, living with him. And then going to high school, it's just like, you know, it exposed you to life, you know what I'm saying?
Word up.
From junior high to high school, now it's like you really in the game, you know what I mean? You seeing all the females, the young niggas getting money, you know what I mean? You seeing all, you feel me? You seeing all type, you feel me? The sports players, like you trying to figure out what you want to do in life, you know what I mean?
For sure. Big dog, can I ask you, did you graduate?
Nah, I never graduated, nope. Actually, man, I ain't graduate. I dropped out of school in like 9th grade, but I always kept going though. I was just hustling in high school and junior high, you know what I'm saying? So
yeah. So after you quit going to school or whatever, like what happened after that? What was your next move? Like, okay, this school ain't gonna work. Let me see where my next move. What was your next move that you took? That you was like, okay, let me go on and do this because this school ain't for me.
I mean, honestly, man, I'll say this. like I said, I went to school. I dropped out of school, but I went to school, so I ain't want to get my mom's in trouble. You know what I'm saying? Because
truancy.
You feel me? Yeah, truancy type shit. Not going to school, but shit. I just say this. I just started adapting myself to hustling, man. Like supplying demand, being in school. Like I said, it's just like you find something you can supply, and you feel me? You know people demanding for it. Just add your tax on it, man, and get your money. You know what I'm saying?
Up, square business. So after all that said and done, what can you say your success is right now that you can be like, okay, I messed up back in the day, or I learned all this shit from back in the day, and then now to my success, that's what made me who I am. You feel me? Like, what made that?
Shit. Honestly, trial and error, failure. Cause you ain't gonna never succeed unless you fail. You know what I mean? So you gotta lose some to win some. You know what I mean? But I feel like once you understand the game and the game that you playing, you will be more mature and you will move the right way. Versus, you know what I'm saying, just jumping head first and something. But so I just say, man, just learning from my own mistakes. That's what I learned for real. That got me where I'm at today.
For sure.
More cautious.
Can you tell some of the people like some of the success that you got going on right now in 2022 going to 2023?
Yeah, I started like 3-4 years ago, man, a clothing brand. I actually started a clothing brand, and then I ended up starting a marijuana brand at the same time. It was like damn near the same year I started both of them. And then it's just, like I said, just networking with people, man, and building bridges and building relationships with people all over the world. I just started networking with people, man. So I used them 2 businesses, and I just, branched off and really got my brand and really got what I got going on all over the world. You know what I mean? Just by networking.
Straight up. So what made you want to start all those things?
Clothing brand, honestly, man, it was just like rocking other people's clothes. It's like, designer and all that shit at the time, man, I couldn't afford it. So it was just like, shit, I'd rather just buy my own clothes or make my own designer. You feel me? Make my brand into a designer or make it a brand where people want to buy it. You know what I mean?
For sure.
I always been good at, making people buy shit. You know what I mean? So I use that. You know what I'm saying? Take off with that shit. But even with the marijuana brand, it's just like, you make something that stand out, but it got a real purpose and cause to it, you know what I mean? And make people want to buy into your brand.
For sure. I hope you enjoy your journey too with that, big dog.
Yeah, for sure.
What can you say you can see yourself in the next 5 years from now?
Next 5 years, man, I feel like, man, shit, I ain't even gonna say the next 5. It'll probably be like 2 or 3, but
okay.
Just all the way fully established, man. CEO. Running my businesses, man, and venturing off and getting more business under my belt. You know what I'm saying? Learning new things, new shit. You feel me? Yeah, because it's always room to learn, man. There's always room for improvement. So I never stop learning. That's one thing. One thing I can say, man, about high school. I never stopped learning. I may not learn what they taught in high school, but I never stopped learning, though. You feel me?
Fair enough. Is there anything that you would tell like the younger generation?
The younger generation.
If they got any dreams?
Chasing their dreams. Shit, I just say, man, never stop. Stay grinding, stay dedicated, man, stay focused. Don't never let nobody knock you off your square, man. Shit, always stay around positive people, man. Make sure you got to circle check your circle, man. You feel me? If that makes sense, man. Test your people around you, man. Make sure the people you're around, man, actually solid, man. You feel me? They really down for what you got going on. And yeah, man, just stay at it, man. Don't ever give up. Always research, man. Always be curious, man. Don't ever take one answer. You know what I mean? Always look for another answer. It's the same way as like, man, never take a no. You feel me? Might say no, somebody close the door, you man find another door. You feel me? Never give up though. Always stay down. You feel me? Stay down for real.
For sure, that's 100. Is it anything you want to tell the viewers like where they can reach you at also?
You can reach me at Rico, Instagram, RicoCountUp, Facebook, RicoCountUp, YouTube, RicoCountUp. You feel me? My beats, music, videos, you know what I'm saying? Everything I got on content-wise, man, you can find me on Instagram for sure, though, at Rico with 2 R's _CountUp, for sure.
Appreciate you.
Yeah.